Generally speaking, I consider revolvers to be the best option for personal carry self-defense guns. Hello everybody, Wild Bill for America here, and I got one of those rare notes the other day from a liberal who claims to be a gun owner. He was making the point that not all liberals are whacked out, immoral nut jobs. And he's pretty much right. Many who vote liberal or who tend to agree with liberal policies are really linos, liberal in name only. Now, as America's leading liberalologist, I classify them into two general categories: evil liberals, liberalis horribilis, and the ignorant ones, liberalis stupidicus. Now, the liberalis stupidicus are liberal mainly because they have not thought things through. Liberalis stupidicus are often salvageable. Now, the one who wrote to me claimed that he owned a Ruger 1022 and a Glock 17. My reply was, Ruger 1022, excellent. Glock 17, unsafe. You can do better. Now, I've been a shooter my whole life. And I remember my dad helping me hold up a single-shot 410 as I pulled the trigger and was amazed at the blast, the recoil, and the coffee can that was shredded. I truly believe that that was a testosterone-defining moment, and that men who grow up shooting guns are testosteronally superior to those who grow up playing with dolls and eventually crying for safe spaces where their feelings won't be hurt by words. I really enjoy shooting and talking guns. So, to my new liberal friend I say, trade that Glock in on a good .357 revolver. Glocks are inherently dangerous because they have no safety. And don't give me any nonsense about the safety being on the trigger. A safety is supposed to keep the gun from going bang when the trigger is accidentally bumped. And we all know what happens when a Glock trigger gets bumped. It usually happens when reholstering. And that is how people get that famous Glock limp. Nothing like a 9mm to the knee to make you walk funny and give your friends something to talk about. Dump the Glocks. If you don't have what it takes to master a revolver, then go with the 1911. The safety is excellent. Now, why revolvers? Reliability, for one thing. In all my years, I only had one revolver jam up on me, and that was a Colt Python. The spring broke and locked it up tight, and since I relied on that one to keep me alive in my cop job, I traded it for a Smith & Wesson and never had a problem again. Now, another very good reason for revolvers today is that so many people carry their defense guns in their pocket. Little automatics are fussy. When lint or sand gets in the action, it causes problems. How embarrassing to have some of Al Sharpton's guys decide to play the knockout game with your head only to have your gun be jammed. Or if you're trying to grab a Glock out of your pocket only to have it blow a hole in the front of your pants. Then you have to defend yourself while checking to see if you're bleeding. And if your Glock is a 10mm, chances are that your underwear will be on fire. Revolvers are starting to sound pretty good right about now, aren't they? And what about when you really can't justify shooting an attacker? I was once chasing a goofy pothead down an alley, and he hid around a corner and tried to ambush me. I had the Smith .357 in my hand, but he was unarmed, and like I said, just a goofy kid wanted for a misdemeanor. He grabbed for my gun, and I drew back and cracked him across the skull with that heavy revolver barrel, knocked him right to his knees. Yeah, try that with a Glock. And today's styles. Baggy clothes are in, making it easy to conceal a decent-sized defense gun. Doesn't have to be a mouse gun. But Bill, some will say, revolvers are slow to reload, to which I say, how many shots do you normally fire before you actually hit your target? If you're packing a self-defense gun, you have a duty to be a good shot with it. Spray and pray is not an option in public. Now, even though auto pistol mania has been in full swing since the 80s, there are very good reasons why revolvers are still best-selling guns. This is Wild Bill for America, keeping America free. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.